on the CBS Radio Network.
Wrapping it up on the Gary Russen program, our last and final segment for today here on GJRB. As we close off the Gary Russen program for today, we're going to be wrapping up our edition here by about a half hour or so. Give me a chance to let you know exactly what we're going to be doing on GJRB. As I said earlier, next week we're going to kind of be off the air. We're not going to be doing any broadcasting at all, as we're going to be performing a little bit of maintenance here at GJRB, cleaning up some wires and checking to see why our internet on occasion goes down. So far, so good, knock on wood. We are still on the air. We could have got knocked off, but we've been on the air pretty much throughout the show today. We didn't get knocked off at all, so that's a good thing. So that sounds good. I'll have another Weather on the Fives coming up here real quick too, and we'll do a scroll through social media. Why don't we just do that one more time? I'm going to close out a few things. Okay, that's where to do here, and we're going to go and visit another social site. Going to stop here, and we're going to go into Twitter. So we're going to go visit that. Even though it's a liberal site, I like to check and see what people post. And, I can see why it's a liberal site, because I really don't get much responses on that site either. But I do like to put my show on there so that maybe, perhaps, I could get some listeners. Let's see. I don't want to safeguard my account. Just leave it be. Come on, get out of that. Okay. I saw this earlier. Larry King. He was on the doctors. He was at the doctors in Cedars. He thank for all the well-wishers. And it was great. And they removed the cancer, I guess, immediately. He had some cancer issues going on. I heard that earlier. So that... good for him. I want to go down the page and see what else I can find. Anything interesting. And there it is, our final part of the Gary Russen program. Looking at it right now on my Twitter page. The widget's sitting there. Let's see if I can get it back up there. Where the heck is that? It always likes to jump on me. Where is it? Okay, I just saw it. So it's here. It just likes to spring on me a little bit. There it is. The Gary Russen program, 091317. Final part, sitting right there. When you click that, it opens up the widget, and you see the program. It just likes to spring on me a little. Okay, there you go. Okay, I sound okay. Okay, good. And then when you click that balloon icon, like I do, it'll take you straight to our chat room. So if you can listen to this program right on Twitter. And that's where you can respond to the show. And all the other podcasts are there. So if you missed this show and you had a chance to listen to it, you can also listen to the podcast of the past few parts of the show as well, right here on Twitter. Okay? I'm the Radio Maniac, and you go through the pages, finding a lot of interesting stuff here. Looking through it. Not really too much. Kind of going through the pages a little bit, finding different postings. The other previous postings to this show are on there. Camp Pendleton is on here. 15 Marines were taken to the hospital after a seafaring tank caught fire during training there. Tank caught fire, according to CBS News, about 15 minutes ago. A tank caught fire there. And I was still looking for that breaking story about an hour ago about another shooting and I have not seen it since then. Wow. Let's see. Let's see if there's anything else new here. I'm not seeing anything else. Wow. I would have thought that would have been breaking. That was a shooting, and I'm not seeing it anywhere on the social sites. And I'm going to go back to my Facebook page. I'm going to do that real quick here. I'm going to kind of jump in there. Let me see. I'm going to fly back to my Facebook page and see if there's any updates. See if there's anything there. Let me see. Okay. More liberal rhetoric. The thing that Rush Limbaugh said earlier too that made a lot of sense. They said that a lot of the liberals who, as you remember straight, failed in having a radio network, talk radio, have gone and are now doing podcasts. And because they failed in radio, I'm not a liberal, folks. I'm not. But I do radio because I haven't, been able to really do radio professionally. So this is where I go to do it, and it has nothing to do with being liberal or not. I just do it because I love doing radio. So, oh yeah. Anyway, I was just talking about this earlier. This story about the so-called end of the world happening on the 23rd. And a lot of people are kind of, after the racial violence going on, the solar eclipse, all that, hurricanes, and the North Korea dictator threatening to fry the United States in nuclear missiles, with his nuclear missiles. Now they're saying, I'm not surprised that another doomsday prophet has predicted the end of the world. Time as a researcher named David Mead, author of a book called Planet X 2017 Arrival, he has marked his calendar for September 23rd, and he says that that's the day the world will end. Mead says that a hidden planet called Nibiru will crash into the Earth that day. Never mind, Nibiru hasn't been detected by any telescopes. I haven't seen it, have you? Mead also claims that he has Bible passages to back up his outrageous theory. So because he can prove his predictions from the scripture, and many Christians are spreading his loopy ideas. Yeah. Last year, or was it last year? I can't remember how far back this was. I had something on that regarding that story. That one guy, that Marshall Masters, and I wanted to get him on, just never did. And he's one of those that believes that this whole Planet X stuff. Me, it's just a plot from When Worlds Collide. Remember that movie, When Worlds Collide? A film directed by what's his name? I can't remember his name. Anyway, the movie, in that old movie, When Worlds Collide, it's the planet is online to hit Earth. Remember that film? You have to wonder if these guys saw that movie and just made that stuff up. Really? I think so. It's possible. I mean, anybody who who's grew up in the 1950s remembers that science fiction movie. I mean, that's just a plot for When Worlds Collide. This whole Planet X stuff, it's all a movie plot. Wow. There's this nun. See this now? I know there's a screenplay, but somewhere a nun is cleaning up after Sister Margaret. I'm not sure exactly her name, but let me see if I can get this. This is a nun who's using a chainsaw to clear up after Irma. Yeah, she is doing this. She cleared up in some fallen trees blocking the road, and her name is Sister Margaret Ann. Says her handiwork is praised, and the Miami police thanked her for her work and for her help in doing this. Fabulous job, and with a nun participating in cleaning up efforts. Fabulous. Let's see. I'm going to go down the page a little bit, see what else I can find here. I want to see if I can find some more stuff. Gonna kind of go, and we should do one more weather on the fives. We just got past 4:35, so before we close out today, one more weather on the fives. See what's going on across the nation. Then we'll do a sports page, and then we'll start thinking about closing out for today here on the Gary Russen program on GJRB. Let's take a look at Atlanta, Georgia. You guys are at 74 degrees right now in Atlanta. And looking at your radar, you've got some widespread heavy precipitation. No, that's Fort Lauderdale yet. Okay, never mind. Atlanta, Georgia. Right now, your winds are the west-southwest at 8 miles per hour. Relative humidity at 56%. Your dew point's at 56. Your barometer stands at 29.86 inches and falling. Right now, you have a 20% chance of precipitation tonight and tomorrow. Cloudy tonight, low 62. High tomorrow, 80. 63 for a low tomorrow night. 10% chance of precipitation for Thursday night, Friday, and Friday night. 10% chance of precip. Friday, high 84, partly sunny. It's going to be 65 for a low on Friday night, and 10% chance of precipitation at this time. So you're looking good, Atlanta. And I'll look at some of the other areas that we were going to concentrate on. I'm going to take a look at Boston, Massachusetts real quick. Let's take a look at Boston and see what your weather is up there in Boston today. Boston, Massachusetts, you guys are at 74 degrees for greater Boston. It feels like 74. Your winds are the east-southeast at 6 miles per hour. Relative humidity 55%, dew point 57. Your barometer is dropping at 29.80. And looking good, Boston. Low 67, partly cloudy. 82 for Thursday. Chance it's going to be cloudy. We got some storms coming in your area. 40% chance. Climbing to 60% on Friday. Thursday night rain showers, 76 on 66 for the low for Thursday night. 76 Friday, 65 on Friday night. 60% chance of precipitation, 10% Friday night. So that's your weather for Boston. Looking good there, Boston. Okay, let's see. I wanted to go down one more place. Let's see, we wanted to go maybe one more place back. Let me see. Some of the other areas there, I was looking on the weather site here. One more area we were going to do yet. Let's see, where is it? I'm trying to find it. Okay, let me see where the weather on that. Okay, I'm going to go over to the other one. I think that's what I was looking for. Okay. The National Weather Service forecast. There'll be some post-tropical cyclone, post-tropical Irma is weakening, and it's going to lift to the northwestward through Wednesday. Moderate, locally heavy rain. It'll be for the mid-south and southeast. And I mentioned some of those areas a moment ago. And it's going to go up into the Ohio Valley and Middle Atlantic by Wednesday. Some of these are heavy rain, which may produce isolated thunderstorms as well, and some potential flooding. So, have a great weekend, and have a great. I hope you don't get too flooded. Look at that picture. I'm looking at a deer kind of messing around with a guy there on the side of the road. This is a, I don't know what that is. That's a pretty area, but I don't know exactly what that is, but that's interesting. Okay, I'm going to go down now a little bit of the page. I'm going to go visit my Google Plus real quick before I close out of here. As a matter of fact, why don't I just go back over, because I wanted to do sports page. We were talking about it earlier. So I think we're going to do one more sports page update and give you some of the sports, and we'll do that right now. So let's see here. Going to do that. Okay, wait a minute. Let's do that again. Crank that. Okay,
Page update starts now.
Okay, let's take a look at what's going on in the world of sports right now, and see what's happening in the world of sports. From the sports page, update page, here on GJRB Online, Indians beat the Tigers in a tie of modern MLB record for the 21st straight win. That is the Indians beating out the Tigers. Let's see, what was that? Yesterday? What was the final score? Indians beating the Tigers. Detroit, here we go. 5-3. 5-3. 21st straight win. Texans linebacker crushing suspension again for a PED test. White House says that Jamel Hill's Trump tweets are fireable offense. So they didn't fire her. They just said, watch it. So they said, watch it. Some of the games tonight getting played in the MLB. Let's take a look at some of them. Tonight, the Chicago Cubs are going to be, let's see, let me go here. Let's go down. I'm going to go to the MLB. See what some of the games are tonight. Let's take a look. Some of the games starting tonight. Let's see. 6:05, we have Atlanta playing Washington. Oakland's going to play Boston. You have Pittsburgh Pirates are going to take on Milwaukee. You got Tyler Glasgow up on the mound for Pittsburgh, and Chase Anderson up for Milwaukee. Okay, the Chicago Cubs. Let's go to the Cubs. They're going to be playing tonight, I believe. The Cubs are going to play the New York Mets tonight. 7:05 game start. And for Nightfoot listeners, you'll hear that game via SCR 670 The Score. 7:05 game start, 6:30 pregame. Matt Harvey will be on the mound for the Mets, and John Lester up for the mound for the Cubs. No, not John Lester. He likes to walk, guys. Come on, Lester. I hope you do something better pitching tonight. These guys are not pitching at the side of a barn lately. Cincinnati against St. Louis tonight, 7:15. Dodgers against San Francisco, 9:08 game start there. That has Darvish on the mound for the Dodgers, and San Francisco's Matt Moore up for the mound. Let's go over to the American League a little bit here. We'll kind of touch some of these scores, some of these areas, and then we'll do some scores. In the American League, well, let's see, Miami. Let's go to Miami. Okay, let's do 6:10 game start. Oakland against Boston. Seattle will play Texas. New York will play Chicago, as I mentioned. Pittsburgh Pirates against Milwaukee. San Diego will play Minnesota. And Cincinnati against St. Louis. Some of the games won today. The Cleveland Indians beat out Detroit Tigers today, 5-3. The winning pitcher was Mike Clevenger. He is 10-5, 3.21 ERA. Buck Farmer, the losing pitcher, and the save was by Cody Allen. So good deal. Up around here, let's take a look. Other games won today. New York Yankees beat out Tampa Bay Devil Rays today, 3-2. 3-2. Winning pitcher was Chad Green. Losing pitcher was Chris Archer, and of course Chapman, who used to be a Cub. Artis Chapman used to be a Cub. Saved the game. He's 18 with 3.71 ERA. Chad Green's 5-0 with a 1.96 ERA, and Chris Archer is 9-10 with a 4.06 ERA. And that's Sports Page. By the way, let's see. Let's take a look at some of the standings in the AL East. Boston's number one. AL East, 82-62. Cleveland is number one in the Central. They're 90-56. And in the West, Houston is up 87 wins, 57 losses. And let's take a look at in the National League. Number one in the National League East, Washington. They are 88-56. The Cubs, the Cubs, number one in the NL Central. National League Central in first place. See what they do tonight against the Mets. I hope they do good. Okay, St. Louis in second place. They got 76-68. Milwaukee, they're in third place at 76-69. Pittsburgh's in fourth, 68-78. And Cincinnati in the basement. The biggest joke in the National League, 62-83. In the West, the number one team, and they are deserving of this. As a matter of fact, I think they're going to win this year. The Dodgers, they're 93-52. They're number one in the National League West right now. Number one. Arizona at number two, 83-62. Colorado's 80-65. They're in third place. In fourth, San Diego, 65-80. San Francisco's 57-90. And I thought I'd do that because I haven't done Sports Page in a while. We got that coming back. As a matter of fact, that show's been dormant for a while. But we will be bringing back Gary J. Sports Page in October. As a matter of fact, I found a new time slot for it. Being that here locally, we have a lot of Hawkeye football and the college football on Saturdays now. And there's no time for the Gary J. Sports Page. So I moved Sports Page to a Wednesday in rotation with this program. Matter of fact, I think it's in either the second or third week. Oh, look. Let me see. Let me find it. Find it in my schedule book. Now, let's find this. Let me see. Second week, I think. Let me see. Sports Page. Week 1. Yeah, in week 1 on a Wednesday. Week 1 on a Wednesday. Alternating with this show. I might either have this show on, that you're listening to right now, the Gary Russen program, or I'll have a Gary J. Sports Page. And I'm moving it to Wednesday for a while because, like I said before, there's sports on Saturday now with the Hawkeyes and the Cubs and everything, and there's just no time for the Gary J. Sports Page on Saturday. So we moved it to Wednesday for a while, and then when things calm down and the football's over for the Hawkeyes and the Cubs are done, then we're going to move the Sports Page back to Saturday at 12 o'clock noon Central. So just to let you know about that temporary time slot for Sports Page on Wednesdays in the first week. on the Gary Russen, on GJRB, and with a rotation with the Gary Russen program, and I mean we could be on every other week. So I'll just let you know when there's a sports page coming up. I will be working on one for a future show, so we'll have that on. So that's sports page for now, right here on GJRB on the Gary Russen program. And we're wrapping it up here. About 9 more minutes left of the show here on GJRB Online, the Gary Russen program, and then we're going to be closing out. Actually, a little less than that. And so that'll give me a chance to let you know once again what we're doing. The GJRB will not be on the air next week. We're going to be off the air and cleaning the studio and trying to get all these wires straightened out. Got some maintenance coming up. I got a guy coming in to take a look at our modem and find out what's going on, why we keep going down. And like I said before, I think we did pretty good because we've been on the air and we did not get knocked off the air once during the whole show. We've been on the air all the way through with no interruption, no cutoffs, nothing. We did not get knocked off the air. So that's a good thing. We stayed on the air. We didn't get knocked off the air, which I'm glad about that. So that's one good thing that we managed to pull off, staying on the air. So I mean, we didn't get knocked off once for internet down, not once. So we're good there, absolutely fabulous. So wow, yeah. Not once did we get knocked off. Fabulous. Maybe it's working. I don't know. Maybe it was some other issues they resolved. Maybe they'll have to come to that. But either way, we're still going to kind of clean out our studio because I'll tell you what, every once in a while, it gets to be a dirty mess down here. I got papers all over the place. It gets messy. I'm telling you what, I don't know what it is about me, but I get to be a slob once in a while. I don't know. I don't know. Don't ask me why, but every once in a while, I a slob. Okay, and I need to clean up over here. I got papers all over the place. And so I think I need this time off the air to clean the studio and get this place cleaned up a little bit and get all these wires fixed up because I got a wire mess down here. And it's when that guy came in and put the modem in, twisted all my wires, and now my speaker doesn't want to stay up on the desk. And I got to see if I can get all that really fixed up again. It's just a mess. So I'm going to work on that this week. And but I'll be on Friday with Gary J's Radio, Television, and Movie Classics. Yeah, hope you'll tune in for that. It's going to be a great show. We got a lot of stuff. I got classic TV. I got some more old stuff. More primetime TV from the 70s as well. And some not so hard, not so easy trivia questions. And we'll do the top 5 movies of 1978. So you're going to want to tune into that program Friday afternoon, 2 o'clock Central, right here on GTRB Online. 2 o'clock Central. Yep, 3 o'clock East, noon Pacific. Gary J's Radio, Television, Movie Classics right here on Spreaker on GJRB Online. So I hope you'll tune in for that. And that'll be the last show for a while. Like I said before, the Gary J in the Afternoon will be back in October, along with all the shows that I have promised. I know I promised shows, and I laid there last night and I said this. You know, I promise shows, but I don't deliver. And it's because a lot of times I promise too many shows or something. I don't know. So with that in mind, and I guess it really doesn't matter to me because like I said before, how many listeners do I really get to care? So, you know. Anyway, coming back in October, and this is for sure. Okay, this is for sure. We're going to do it no matter what. The return of Gary, Bluegrass Jubilee. Also, we're going to give it another shot with the blues. Yeah, Gary J's Blues House, otherwise retitled The Blues House, gets its ultimate return on GJRB. The Blues House is back. We're going to be doing the blues. We got that coming up in October. And also, that is the month of Halloween. So we're going to do our annual running of War of the Worlds again this year on Radioland. I've got some Halloween programs, so I hope you'll tune in for those, and that'll be coming up. So you're going to want to tune in to all those broadcasts. It's going to be great. We'll have a good time. You want to check it out. Just enjoy it. You know what I mean? So all that coming up, and I hope you'll tune in for those broadcasts. That's all coming up on GJRB Online in October. And remember, all programs are subject to change. It can change without notice. Keep it here on GJRB Online for all the program schedule change announcements with our GJRB Schedule Update podcasts. And we'll let you know what programs are airing and what times. Okay? So just to let you know about that. Okay? All right, well, I'll tell you what we're going to do right now. We're going to close off our show for today. That's going to do it for the Gary Russen program here for today here on GJRB Online. I want to thank everyone for listening to the show. Remember, also the Gary Russen program produced and created by Gary Russen for GJRB Online on Spreaker. And thank you for tuning into the show. I had a great time doing the show for you today. And I hope you will listen again for another edition of the Gary Russen program here on GJRB Online on Spreaker across America and around the world. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll do another Gary Russen program. Don't forget, I will be doing a Gary Russen program extra within the 2 weeks off the air. I'll give you details on that as well, and let you know what programs are going to be on the air at this time. So, okay. That's going to do it for me, the Gary Russen program, leaving the air for now. Thanks for tuning in to the Gary Russen program. And we'll have another edition of the Gary Russen program real soon. Until then, have yourself a great evening, everyone. So long. Have a great evening, everyone. See you on Friday.
If you're a new emerging artist and want your songs out there, the place to go is Reverb Nation. Reverb Nation, a website purely devoted to new music from new artists from every town and every state in the U.S. If you're a solo artist and recording your own music, it's Reverb Nation. Stop on by, visit, listen to the music, check out the site, www.reverbnation.com. Put your music out there and gain an audience. Go to Reverb Nation for the best in new music. And remember, if you like your songs played on GJRB Online's Up and Coming, drop me an email at GaryJ65@yahoo.com. And I'll be playing your song on all GJRB Online shows. Remember the name, Reverb Nation.
Coming to GJRB, a program highlighting the artists that play on GJRB. Artist Showcase. The first show featuring the music of Samuel Day. We'll talk about him and his music and the songs he wrote and recorded, including his latest hit on the GJRB playlist, The Roses. In addition, you'll hear all the other Samuel Day songs. Click and listen to the podcast of the Artist Showcase. Uploaded and published on the GJRB Spreaker Public site Friday night, September 22nd at 8 p.m. Central. Strange things in the sky and around the world. Strange beings sighted. What's going on? All around us, conspiracy theories are being discussed. This is the show all about the strange things that are way out there. I'm Gary Russen. This Way Out There's back with more weird stories of the strange and the bizarre. Keep looking up in the sky and let me know what you see. Way out there. Every third Friday at 2 o'clock Central on GJRB. Another Radioland coming soon on GJRB Online.
This is GJR Broadcasting.